What's your take on this?
Well, I think this is a big deal, and I think that before we look at all the competitors out here, we got to remember this is about music. It's about, we're looking at Katy Perry. There's about Katy Perry. It's about Beyonce. It's about Drake. It's about the way that music connects with people, and Google's desire to make its Android operating system at the center of people's universe, and their keeping of customer data in the way that they've been so successful with Google Mail, to really make Google part of the experience, of the sticky experience that people have using technology.
What companies are more at risk here, Spotify or Pandora?
Well, I think we learn a lot about the business by looking at Spotify and Pandora, and maybe Pandora more so because we know a lot about their finances, because they've had that successful IPO. And if you look at the revenue growth of this company, you can see why any company is going to want to be interested here. But, although we do see that revenues, we also see the fact that the company has lost boatloads of money. I mean, we've got this company that continues to bleed money when it comes to, operating profits, net income as well. So it's an expensive business to be in. I think that ultimately, the reason that there's so much interest here is because there is that sticky experience, because people want to be in that business and keep those customers around.
So what about Spotify? Obviously, we know a lot less because they are not a public company, but there's a lot of hype out there around
Well,
them.
and beyond hype. So there's a firm called Privco. We've had Sam Hammett on our show a couple times from Privco. And they claim to have gotten a copy of Spotify's financials and had published some of those financials. And according to them, it's a company with almost $250 million in revenue. It's only a few years old. Operating losses, again, like Pandora. 84% of their revenue coming from subscriptions, 311 employees, a lot of venture capital backing. So a lot of growth, a lot of financial losses again.
What about the elephant in the room, Apple?
Well, I think Apple is sort of there's two things with Apple. First of all, Apple successfully used music to get into the smartphone business. Went from the iTunes experience. They leveraged that store to gather credit cards to build their iPod business, went to the phone business, which came to dominate all of Apple and indeed all of technology. But even more so, with this change from the music download business to customer acceptance and the music industry's acceptance as this licensing business, I said in English, the licensing business really means that we can have a very different, that suddenly Apple's weak, Apple can be beat, possibly, and somebody else can step in there. I think Google sees that and recognizes they could do the kind of thing that Amazon's trying to do, that Spotify's trying to do, that Pandora's trying to do, and take over a chunk out of Apple's armor.